Welcome to my first 2025 video, so let's start. For the first race for Virginia, in the governorship, if you remember back in 2021, this was actually won by Glenn Youngkin, who won here against Terry McAuliffe, who didn't run a good campaign. He won here by almost 2% under a Biden midterm, bear in mind. Now that it's going to be a Trump midterm, it's not going to look too good for the Republicans, but there's always a shot. So first of all, for the GOP candidates, by far who's leading the GOP race is Winsome Sears, the lieutenant governor and right-hand person in Glenn Youngkin's administration. There's also people like Amanda Chase, but the main leading GOP nominee by miles is Winsome Sears. Miyares, he's not going to run, so that really paves the way for her to win the GOP nomination. While for the Democrats, this should be another easy primary in politics. You have Abigail Spanberger from the 7th District in Virginia. There's other people, but it's probably going to be Spanberger against Sears. I think Abigail probably does good in the polling. You can see from each party right here. And unfortunately, we don't have that much polls, so we're not going to use 538 today. And we got Cook Political Report saying this as a toss-up. And in the latest poll from Research America, it basically has this as a toss-up. While what the polling market says in Virginia, Kalashly, the only one that has a polling market for Virginia right now is Kalashly, but as you can see, they have Democrats having a 77% chance of winning here, but it's way too early. GOP has a 23% chance, and what I think is that, like I said, it's a Trump midterm, so it's probably not gonna look good for the GOP. Bear in mind, anything can happen in politics, you never know what's going to happen, but even though Glenn Youngkin is a very, very popular governor in Virginia, I wouldn't say, probably not extremely popular, but I would say he's probably like semi-popular. He's done a lot of things for lowering taxes, but that's really the main parts. But it's Virginia, and it went to Harris by 5.8%, so it's gonna take a miracle for the Republicans and Winsome Sears to win here. So I think Abigail Spanberger and the Democrats will likely win here. I could see it drop down to lean D, but I think that just because it's gonna be a Trump midterm, I'm gonna have this as a Democrat victory by 5% in the likely D margin category. If this was a Harris midterm or Biden midterm, I would have this as a complete toss-up or even tilt. Yeah, I would have this a toss-up or tilt R perhaps. But because of what we've seen in the past with how blue waves can be in Trump midterms, I have to put this as a victory for the Democrats. And now for New Jersey. So New Jersey, in my opinion, is way more interesting. If we turn the clock to the past, in 2021, Jack Ciattarelli ran an amazing campaign against an unpopular governor, Phil Murphy, and he didn't have that much money, and even then, he was almost able to win here, which Republicans were gutted at how close Ciattarelli actually got. But here's the issue for Democrats. As you can see, there's so many nominees. You got Fulop, Baraka, Gatamaya. You also got Mickey Sherrill, Sean Spiller, Stephen Sweeney. You're probably gonna even have more people like Matt Plotkin. You almost have everyone in the New Jersey Democrats running, or running for governor. And that's not gonna be really good. We're probably gonna get someone that only wins the primary by like anywhere from like 20% to 30%. As you can see, here's the polling for the Democrat primary. Mickey Sherrill is leading, but there's still a lot of undecided voters, so who knows who the Democrat nominee will be. While for the GOP nomination, you got Jack Ciattarelli running yet again, and he's likely going to be the GOP nominee. You also got John Bramnick running. You also got Ed Durr, the meme, aka the same guy who beat one of the most powerful New Jersey politicians just by sheer luck, essentially. Which is gonna be funny if he actually somehow wins. Apart from Bramnick, Ciattarelli, Edward Durr, you also got Spadilla who could run. That's pretty much it for the GOP. You can see Ciattarelli has the main endorsements, but oh yeah, they have I think, correct me if I'm wrong here, but if I remember correctly, the county line system that is kind of corrupt in my opinion. I think Democrats don't have it anymore because Andy Kim did a lawsuit. Pretty sure the Republicans still do. They have to do a lawsuit, right? I think that could actually come in play. Still, it shouldn't affect Ciattarelli. Fundraising, not a surprise that Ciattarelli has the main amount of money. Oh yeah, debate. That's interesting. As you can see, it was a Biden midterm. But anyway, let's go here. So for the New Jersey governor race, what the betting markets is saying is that actually, compared to the Virginia race, they think Democrats have a bigger chance of winning the New Jersey race compared to the Virginia because it's 85%, which is interesting. Sorry for the misspelling. Yeah, they think, yeah, that's weird. They give Democrats a bigger chance. I mean, it kind of makes sense though when you think, because incumbency, but still though, anything can happen in this race. But in my opinion, I think that it's gonna be a bit of a hot take. The thing is, I know this was a Kamala Harris state by 5.9%, but that's not even 6%, and that's such a humongous swing from 2020. That's what makes this much more troublesome to predict, since this state might trend more to the right in the future. But yeah, first of all, Democrat primary is going to be filled with so many people. I wouldn't be surprised if the Democrat candidate is a bit damaged from the primary, while the GOP is basically going to be a one-horse race with Jack Ciattarelli. Almost basically has a foot in the door of the GOP nomination. Still, I know a lot can happen. I know some New Jersey politicians, the current one, Phil Murphy, is not the most popular one, but I know the hot take is here, and I think New Jersey is actually closer. Bear in mind, Scott Presler is also going to be a big factor, in my opinion, into making this race not as heavily Democrat compared to previous years. I mean, technically, yeah. And I know if Harris would have won, I would have this as a toss-up, but unfortunately for the GOP, yet again, Trump midterm is going to be quite ugly for them. And as you can see, the Democrats flip one governorship in Virginia, but the GOP still retain more governorships with 26 seats against the Democrats' 24 seats. Let me know what your map looks like. Feel free to leave a like, join the Discord, and the channel membership. And as always, have a good rest of your day. Bye.